Well, a lot of young people got into the crypto craze, and the question is if they're looking to back out after this. Our next guest was one of the first and youngest names in the crypto space. Let's bring in MittGroup CEO Grant Mitterlehner. Grant, it's great to have you on the program. Want to get your thoughts from 1,000 feet as you're watching this story unfold. Charlie just gave us new details of how this is being looked at. Further regulation seems to, possibly be down the pike. Does crypto have the legs to withstand this?
I think it does, but how this was able to happen, how they were able to, investors were investing billions of dollars into equity into FTX, how this was able to happen for the second largest exchange that did not have a CFO, that did not have a board of directors, that was overseas, it wasn't even here in the United States, had 0 ounce of underwriting clearly. How this was able to happen is a huge stain on the entire crypto space. But here's the thing that we got to look at is the whole benefit of crypto is the decentralized factor. That's why Bitcoin has been essentially untouched, and it's taken some heat on this clearly, but it's something that's not controlled by a single entity, a single CEO, or a single government. And so we have to look at, for the space to be able to grow, we have to focus on the decentralized aspect of this to where people cannot control with outside sources different currencies. The problem with this FTX thing is they were able to make a coin out of thin air, make it pass it to where anybody can purchase this out of nowhere, take collateral off of it. And then the fact that they're mishandling all of the investors' funds is just, it's outrageous.
Well, creating the token is one aspect of it. I mean, that almost seems like it's sort of very in the weeds for the business. Just for me, the basics here were borrowing and leveraging the customer funds to do it.
It's outrageous. Well, that's why we need insight. And I would argue earlier is, we're debating on, does regulation hurt the industry? Of course not. We need regulation within fairness. For example, anything related to the stock market is regulated. Anything related to real estate is regulated. We need to protect investors' funds. And the fact that these exchanges are not having to show proof of funds, a one-to-one basis, that they are not gambling away retail investors' hard-earned money, that's ridiculous. And you cannot expect a market to 10x or 20x if that's not protected, because these investors, we cannot expect them to be a perfect expert. We cannot expect them to know that they.
Part of Grant, why it was attractive to people was because it wasn't regulated, and so we could have conversations about what that means to certain investors, and we've been having this conversation for a long time. Buyer beware with crypto. I mean, people were warned. I've got 20 seconds.
Yeah, I would say look, you have to look at Bitcoin is decentralized and you can't control it. That's something that you can store and hold for long term. These made up tokens overnight, what is the difference between that and some random government having an overprinted currency that causes inflation and hurts the middle class and the consumer? So we have to bet on long term. We got to get rid of the bad actors and focus on repairing and fixing this for the long term.
Grant, thank you so much. Good to see you.